Hi everyone. Uh,
Hi, round two.
hi, yay. I'm James. I'm drinking a Bold Rock hard cider, premium dry. That somebody left in my fridge.
Oh, oh, you're welcome. I did that on purpose
hmm
for you. I'm
hmm
assuming my IPA version will still be there if there's any left
that is gonna be there forever. Yeah,
until I drink it.
yeah.
Well, because I left my stuff at James's house yesterday, I'm drinking Kraken.
Ooh. Um,
You actually might like it. I'm
I
still 50-50 on it.
Kraken and Dr Pepper is actually pretty good.
I don't know. I'm just drinking it straight over ice.
Uh, as you notice, we're missing somebody. Um,
Yeah, our
yeah,
cat. Let's play, James.
yeah. Jake is let me zoom in a little bit so I'm just not floating. Uh, Jake has decided he wanted to do a vacation, like with
Well,
family, and abandon us to our
uh,
devices.
I mean, to be fair, let's call it well deserved. I now live with him.
I mean, is it really well
He's gonna have to
deserved?
take one of these once a month.
Okay, yes, I give him that. Yeah, yeah. So Jake is not here today, but we are going to be talking about somebody I keep calling Venom, which is not right. She is Viper. Also known as Madam Hydra, also known as Ophelia Sarkisian. I can't say her last name. You can say her last name.
Sarkissian? That's what you
Is it
said.
Sarkisian? Um, so
Well, Sarkiss-I-N.
if we're
That's how it's
wrong,
spelled.
guess what? We don't care. She's Viper. All right. We're not gonna read all the card, because you can read. We're just gonna go over some really big points. First being she's 5 health for a 3 point character. That's pretty impressive.
And a
Uh,
long movement.
and a long move. Okay, I'm kind of happy about the long move because I kind of need somebody with a long move that can do stuff in Cabal and in Criminal Syndicate. And she kind of fits in both. So I think I'm gonna be throwing her in a little bit to see how she works. But the important thing is she has two zero cost attacks.
Yeah, they're pretty identical. One's for two, one's for three on range, which is then reversed for 5 damage and 4 damage. But one does cause stun and one causes poison, so she can hand
That's
out conditions pretty well.
that's what I like. So I kind of really like this because so the difference between two. So they get the poison blade. It's 2 range, 5 dice, zero cost. It's basically your builder. It's going to be your you get power for how much damage you did, and it gives poison on wild. Now we don't have a lot of things to give out poison in this game, but poison basically says at your power on your power phase, you basically just lose a power. So if you're only getting one
Mhm.
power around on the power phase, you lose that power. Yeah,
Not terrible.
not terrible. It's really good for kind of like neutering Asgardians and stuff like that. Um, the assassin's pistol, on
But
the other hand, range 3, 4 dice, also costs 0. She doesn't get a builder for this. It just says after the attack resolved, you get 1 power. I still kind of like that. You're still getting 1 power for just doing stuff because it doesn't say if you wound or hit, you hit. It just says after the attack resolved.
I actually kind of like that better because the game is so swingy. At least you're always guaranteed one, no matter what.
I kind of like it also for that same reason. It's the I'm not sure if I'm on 5 dice. I'm still not sure if I'm going to hit somebody. I'll use the assassin's pistol and know I'm getting at least 1 power. Um,
Well, especially because all our attacks are physical, and it tends to be the highest defense I've noticed.
I yes. It also hands out stun, and Stun's always just great to hand out at any point. Now her spender attack is interesting. So it's a 3 range because everything she's got is it's roughly a 3 or 2 range. We'll say why in a minute. After the attack after the attack is resolved, place the character within 1 of the target. So, Fat Boy, Kingpin, Venom, MODOK,
Hulk,
Hulk.
She-Hulk.
You can shoot them within 3, teleport on the other side of them within 1. So you're getting like that much range. It's amazing.
That's almost like a whole long movement, isn't it?
It is pretty much like a long movement. So for 3 power, that's a great way of like just popping into somebody's control point and just causing havoc. On a wild, because she has to have this, she has Venom. After the attack is resolved, the target character gains slow and stunned.
I mean, it's not terrible.
I actually really like that. Slowing and stunning somebody is just neuters them. And I'm really happy for that attack. Now, is it always useful for 3? Wow, that is a really dry cider.
I know, I love it.
Wow.
That's why they're my new favorite. It is like drinking the Sahara Desert apple.
It's actually taking moisture from me.
I know, it's fantastic.
Let me drink another one to make
It's
sure that's happening.
delicious.
So, she has an action for 2 called Displacement Ring. Place this character within 2 of its current position. Just an instant, just boop, like a little tiny teleport. Can only be used once per turn. I like it. I'm not sure. It's definitely going to be useful. I'm not sure if it's going to be something I'm always going to be banking on. It's definitely going to help, especially if I get Poison Blade and like I want to go from say Gamma Shelters, because Gamma Shelters are kind of like always like the key because it's the 3 right in a row. Somebody takes the middle point. She has a long move. But if she's already standing on the first point, she can now shoot you with Viper Strike. Then she can teleport within 1 of that person and then hit somebody with a Poison Blade. Or if she just has the power, teleport within 2 and then make 2 attacks instead of moving. Is it effective? Possibly. But for a 3-point character, having all those options for movement is very, very good. She's got stealth. You can't target with if you're outside of 3. That's why everything is in 3s. So she's got a 2 attack, 3 attack, 3 attack. The really important one that I like, Coiled Serpent for 2 points, or for 2 energy. When this character is targeted by an attack within 2, it can use this superpower instead. Instead of rolling your dice equal to its defense, it rolls. I hate the fact that it's it. She rolls 5 dice, defense dice. If this character suffers no damage from the attack, after the attack is resolved, the attacker suffers 2 damage.
I don't like it. That's a lot of power to spend for not knowing if you're going to get anything out of it. Now, granted, I do understand it raises her defense.
Yeah, so it does raise
for
her
everything.
It raises her defense for everything because you now go like, oh, I'm being attacked by a psychic. If you have anything that lowers the defense, like for some reason, like they're like, oh no, we just ignore your defense for some reason. This is good to counteract it. I mean, it's good to counteract it. I like it because there's a lot of, like she has 3s across the board for defenses. whether or not the 2 extra dice is going to really help you is meh. But I think it's going to be really good for somebody who's like, because it doesn't have, um, there's nothing to defend against that too. It's just okay, cool. I'm throwing
Yeah.
2 dice at you. Cool. I'm running 5 dice against you. Now, is that going to help? More than likely, because the way dice math works. But the same thing, like Jake
Yeah.
always says, it's dice.
This game swings. Yeah.
It's this game swings. So if you're like, okay, they have to get close enough to anybody to hit you. She's right there. Counterattack, because nothing says that it's just you're being targeted by attack. So like a Venom counterstrike. Widow's counter. Widow. I think Widow has a counterstrike. Possibly. Um, but anything that has a counterstrike is I can just go ahead and make an attack against you afterwards. Use this because it's usually a lot less dice than they're throwing at you than like during a normal attack. At the same time, cool. I got 5 dice. I didn't make it. I still get power. It's just nice to have. It's a good little back pocket thing. Now,
Yeah, it still feels so situational to me.
but if you have the 2 power, why not use it? Actually, can you think of a situation where you at her 5 health? Can you think of a situation where you would be like, no, I'm gonna spend 2 power on me to get 5 defense dice?
Yeah, if I need to use displacement ring and Viper Strike, because I see her filling the role of fucking up a scenario more than I see her doing anything else.
I can see
So
that.
she's going to be,
I'm using her.
because go ahead.
No, no, no. I see what you're saying, and I kind of agree. She is her being using her to disrupt people's scenarios. I didn't think about using, and that's actually a good way of using her. I was using her to snipe objectives.
I mean, that definitely a role that she could play. But how well could she really snipe the objective having to be 3 away? If the other person's really playing it hard, they're gonna and her longest range attack is 3.
So
It's really easy to place right out of that.
what if I moved long, grabbed an objective, shot some? Well, okay, so within 3. So would it be more effective to move along, or be more effective to basically try to shoot somebody and teleport, and then grab the objective and then long out?
See, I think it's more effective to use her that way because she has more shticks to spend her power on teleporting.
We'll try this again. Hopefully, we won't crash this
Yeah.
time.
Hopefully not.
So you're saying about their teleportation stick and her being
Yeah.
what you want?
So with her having all of her shticks being moving her around the board, 2 out of 3 of the fun things, especially with the stealth, that makes it even better. Why am I going to waste 2 unless I just literally have like 10 on there and it's just so much that I have room to spend? But I'd rather take my chances on the 3 dice and roll with it and be able to bounce, 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 get what I need.
So,
Especially because Displacement Ring isn't an action.
displacement ring is an action.
Where does it say that it's an action?
It's the cross.
Oh,
That's an action. So,
all right, fine.
I
But
actually,
even still,
you're actually still correct, and I think I wouldn't. So if I was sitting on like 1 power, Or if I was sitting on 1 power, I can't do it. So screw that. If I was sitting on 2
Well, yeah,
power,
2 power.
say I'm sitting on 2 power, but I'm sitting at full health, and I'm not getting really slammed by an attack. I'm not having like a Killmonger just excuse me while I pick up all the dice and
Well, yeah, that's different.
if I'm low on power, I'm not gonna probably spend this. I probably actually take the hit and pray I don't get one shotted, but then use that power that I get from the hit to start just doing her wonky shit.
And that actually makes more sense than trying to. I mean, unless me rolling that 5 dice will daze the character, my opponent, then I would work with that because then yes, that applies the same similar scenario pressure as bouncing
Mhm.
around. But I'd rather get hit for 4 and get 4 power and then do all the things because then I'll have 5 at the beginning of the next turn. Then I can do Viper Strike and Displacement Ring and bounce wherever I need to go.
Now, if I was sitting on 4 power, well, let's actually really quick while I'm thinking about it. Her back is the
Mhm.
exact same. Like her injured side
Oh yeah,
is the exact same. Um, if I'm sitting on full health and I am sitting on say 4 power, um, unless there is something that she has to do, she has to take that objective, she has to get onto that point, she has to do something. If I get attacked twice by something, I'm probably use Cold Serpent twice because if I mess up and because I got 5 dice, say I mess up and I take 2 damage. Okay, cool. I didn't give him 2 damage back, but I'm sitting now on 2 extra power again that I just spent. So I net 0. I took 2 damage.
fair.
If
Okay.
and then like the second hit, same thing. Oh, it didn't really do much, but there's the chance I lowered it down. Cool. But if I succeed on both, I just did 4 damage to you. On you attacking me, I did 4 damage.
True, but see, my issue is just the way, and after you know playing, seeing what the dice do, because it's not like rolling a d6 where you can kind of predict stats as easily because there's so much more manipulation to it across the board that it's just so swingy whether it's going to work or not. Risk wise, I don't know. I feel like I can't. I I can mitigate more with what I can spend my power on outside of that using Cold Serpent than I can praying I take no damage and throwing too.
Okay. So I
But
actually,
I'm also a really terrible player, so I don't
well,
know if you want to take my advice.
you're not actually that terrible. Like you're figuring out the game really, really quick and looking at cards and going, "Oh, this is what she can do." So the reason I like this character as much as I do is that we've had a conversation about one of her powers and how to use her. I came up with a way of using her just to basically snipe an objective out from underneath you. You're using her as I just need to get in there, disrupt your plans, and screw things up a little bit.
I see where you're going now.
That's why I like her.
Yeah,
This character has that versatility. And
yeah, no, that's fair actually.
that is what I love about Viper. And in Cabal, using Red Skull, getting an extra power. That's absolutely fine. Um,
Yeah,
using Sin, she becomes a little more interesting because
I just
after
don't like
like the
Sin very much.
Sin, I think is going to be a really good character to play in Cabal. I don't think she's going to be a good Cabal leader. I think Viper is going to
I'll
be
agree with
definite.
that. Yeah.
Like I'm putting together a Cabal list for next time we talk. Viper's definitely going in there. Sin's definitely going in there. Um, but I think Viper is going to be my 3 point slot for just that versatility. Um, I think her
Actually,
doing.
sorry, go ahead.
I think her using Assassin's Pistol is going to be the go-to. Because she shoots something, she hits. She's gonna get one from this. She's gonna get one for Cabal or its Red Skull's affiliation.
Hmm. Which will
Um,
come out average to what you get on Poison Blade anyway, so you work.
exactly. So doing that and then hitting people with Viper Strike to hello cat. How are you? I'm recording here. Um,
Is that the black one?
that is Cinder. She is woken up from her nap and now she decides that she needs to have
Attention and foods.
um. Are you okay, other cat?
Yeah, you're not loving her, so she's pissed.
She's actually I got the holes in the back of the chair like down here, and
Hmm.
she's literally reaching through and pushing on the back of my back. Uh, how
Daddy,
how
pets me.
dare you? Um. So I don't know. I think that I still think I'm going to use her as an objective sniper, where she's going to like either do a Viper strike to like get into a position where she can grab a objective, and
Hmm.
then she's just going to be like peace, and then long out with her stealth. Um,
Yep.
Card wise, oh, does she really benefit from anything? Any attack cards she might work with. I think she's going to build up a ton of power. Um, Even if she doesn't like start using stuff, I have a feeling her like poison blade, her assassin's pistol, like Red Skull's thing, and even if she gets hit once or twice, she's going to generate tons of power. She could possibly be used as like a med pack deliverer or a
Well, actually, Red Skull's the one that can make you go again, right? I'm trying to remember. You
yeah,
can remove your
Red
token.
Skull can make you go again with one of
She,
his crisis cards.
she's actually got a third role as being a distraction Carnifex too. It's gonna be easy to apply all that shit across the board.
So
You
it's
can have her
I
go
don't
twice and shut down an entire team.
I don't know what that phrase means.
Oh, basically, it's a model you put on the board that goes, "Hey, look at me. I'm a big issue. You have to deal with me. Come play with me," and then
Oh,
distracts your opponent.
okay. Oh, I can
So,
totally see her doing that. Like
well, because
as a
in one
flanker.
turn with Red Skull, you can hand up poison 4 times possibly. Well, fuck half your power. Here's all your stun.
God dang it, you could.
With especially with Red Skull, well, now you can possibly light up Viper Strikes. At least 2 characters Viper Striked out, and then 2 poisoned or two more stunned on top of that.
She activates, Red Skull activates,
She
basically
activates.
takes away, and then she activates again, and you're just passing out all the conditions.
Yeah. Now shake it all before you can do anything. I just wiped out your turn.
I kind of like that actually. I'm gonna have to try that out.
And actually, now that we've had this discussion, I would fit her in every Cabal list just because she is that flexible, and you can do the flexibility on the run.
Yeah,
You can literally change your position every turn
yeah,
very very quickly because with her movement shenanigans, you can get her where you need to do what you need to do. And honestly, I think now that I've kind of figured that out, if I'm running her with Red Skull, I'd probably just have her be a status condition bot and
yep.
distract to run the scenario more than anything else.
Probably throw in like Modoc
Then
and throw Modoc in there and just be like, okay, who you gotta pay attention to, Modoc or Viper? Good luck.
yeah, and running her that way, then I could see using Coiled Serpent
Yeah,
because now you run the possibility of getting punished for chasing me.
yeah. Whoa, hello, cat.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's like
Oh yes,
she has
you're
given up.
going to love
You're
me.
going to pay attention. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it because my cat has now decided that the podcast
It's
is
love
over.
time.
The podcast is over. Um.
Go kitty.
So yeah, I really like Viper. I think she's I think she's going to be a excellent 3-point character in a lot of different lists. I don't know if she fits into Criminal Syndicate or any other factions right now. I think she's just Cabal.
I could see her running with Doctor Strange.
Oh, like a Defenders list?
Yeah, change those to physical to something that's weak, and then so now they're defending less. Plus, now you can throw status conditions on top of them.
That's actually not a bad idea. Oh, I kind of like that.
Oh no, physical! You're
It's
super
like,
physical.
oh, you're all
Oh wait,
physical.
Venom,
Oh.
you don't like the blue the blue attacks? Oh shucks. Here, take 5 dice to the face. Oh, you're poisoned too. Shucks, it sucks to be
Oh,
you.
that's terrible. Oh, here, by the way, take a stun too.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know how she'd fit into like any other lists. Guardians, I can't. I see. Guardians is one of those like factions that I'm just like I really don't know, like how they run or who runs them. Like I've never seen anyone run a good Guardians list.
Is it one of those? Is it one of those just plain old fluff
I don't
for
think
the sake of
so.
having it?
It's just one of those. It's one of those lists that just doesn't click with me. Like I understand logically how they're supposed to work. It just doesn't click. I think there's just better factions that use them. I would not run her in Black Order. I think Black Order does very well without having all the extra stuff. Um,
I'd say Black Order seems to run really well with just Black
Black
Order, and
Order.
that's about it. Yeah.
Spider Foes. With all the new stuff coming with like Black Cat and all the new ones coming out for Spider Foes, I don't see her being in Spider Foes. Criminal Syndicate. I can see her being Criminal Syndicate. Of course, everyone can kind of be in Criminal Syndicate, just because Criminal Syndicate's
Yeah.
awesome.
I really just hear Cabal, Red Skull, or
Yep.
Doctor Strange Defenders, and she's just very happy there. And depending on which, and actually depending on which one of those, what do you call those type of lists? The
Affiliations.
cults affiliation she's in.
The
Just
cults.
that just pick, just the more just defines which role you're going to take her. Is she gonna because if you buy brought her with Defenders, I would definitely be bringing her as to be kind of like that distraction over on the corner. Come play with me over here, and then Cabal, I'd have her just bouncing in and out, running shit.
Yeah.
Because I can see her running with Toad, and Toad going, "I'll take that, thanks. I'll take that, thanks. I'll take that, thanks." And he's just standing in the corner, and she could literally, in one turn, get in, grab the thing, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Toad goes, "I'll take that."
I like it. I like it. I like her a lot. I like her a lot.
Oh, I feel like this is the first character I truly understood.
She is. She's very simple, but at the same time, she is very
Oh,
complex.
yeah,
So
she's like all those like, introductory games like Splendor.
yes, like where you're like, here's the introduction game. I think I get this. I understand. Then you play somebody who's actually been playing for a while, and you're like, I don't understand how I lost by 300,000 points. Um,
By turn 2. What the fuck?
all right, we're gonna try this. I don't know why my stuff is crashing again. This is gonna turn into a rebuild my machine because I don't understand why OBS is crashing. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. We are going to be back next week,
Thanks.
and we're going to be making a Cabal list finally, and hopefully I won't have a cat just interrupting. So,
Hopefully not. I like the kitty.
well, I mean, she. Hopefully, I'll just keep her at like I thought the door was closed, but apparently it was not. So, all right.
That's
Thanks,
her.
everyone.
Bye.